A very good morning to all ICMISC committee members present here. Myself, Srinidhi Karjagi, today will be presenting on a detailed survey on sentimental analysis on social media with my fellow group members Dr. Gulbakshi Dharmale, Harshal Kotalwar and Shakadip Khobragade. The contents of this presentation are problem statement and objective, introduction, literature survey, methodology used, conclusion, advantages and applications of the methods, developed modules and references. People are more expressive on social media. They share many things such as daily activities, thinkings, and opinions, and much more. Public opinion or point of view matters a lot. It plays a vital role in shaping countries' image all around the world, may it be on certain products, decisions, or their own feelings or expressions. At this time, people are most expressed in social media, more rather than in person, or share their daily tasks. Opinions are some good or bad or incidents, and many more. We can collect this data and process it into classifiable form. The statements can be used to extract sentiments such as positive or negative to have an overview of what certain demography thinks. Data is collected, then processed after that is classified into positive and negative. Social media comprehends of billions of users across the world. On this platform, each and every topic is discussed, such as current affairs, economy, sports, and much more. In the discussion, the outcome is either positive or negative. This outcome is analyzed. This sentiment analysis is getting a lot of attention from researchers nowadays. In addition, popularity of internet users has been growing fast parallel to emerging technologies that actively use online review sites, social networks, and personal blogs to express their opinions. These opinions give out positive and negative attitudes against the people, organizations, or some decisions. The tools provided by natural language processing and machine learning, along with other approaches to work with large volumes of text, makes it possible to begin extracting sentiments from social media. The motivation behind this project is to analyze people's emotions, as in this generation, people tend to express themselves on social media rather than that of person. Through this approach, we will have an idea of what people think as people are more expressive on social media. The main objective is to analyze sentiments that and then come to conclusion through them. We need to have enough sentiments in correct format. If the correct format means the data must be in processable form. To convert the data into correct or structured form, we need to get maximum so that we need to get maximum usage out of them. Sentiments can be in different languages, but in this project we will cover English language. And the main objective is to get to maximum accuracy and precision so that the outcome must be accurate. What is the importance of sentiment analysis? It is important and useful in many ways, such as healthcare and business. It can also help build great infrastructure and product qualities as it reflects opinions of people. If all these three sectors consider this analysis seriously, they will have an idea what is missing out or what improvements must be done. As public consumes a lot of internet nowadays, they share every opinion about every product and every decision. So the multinational companies or these businesses may come to know what are they lacking in their business model. For example, it is difficult to detect a person's mental health if if it is unknown. But in recent times, people share their feelings on social media. If we analyze his or her statements or posts, we can have a gist about his conditions or feelings. Also, opinions about some product we can depict is it positive or negative. For example, as you can see in this tweet, the person is expressing his feelings. The shame I felt today by crying alone. This depicts that he or she is very sad. And in another example, the person is uh, the person is criticizing British Airways, through which they can make the improvement in their business model. These are the references or papers we went through for this research. A literature survey on sentimental analysis techniques involving social media and online platforms. This is a survey that depicts the possible techniques and importance of sentiment analysis. This survey consists of all information required for sentiment analysis, such as need, importance, and knowledge of sentiment analysis. The possible approaches for this methodology. There are many approaches for analyzing and classifying these approaches for natural language processing, which extracts opinion of the statement and sends it for classification. For classifier, we'll be looking at three possible approaches. There are more than three, but the accuracy level on these three are immaculate. The three approaches are naive Bayes, maximum entropy, and lexicon based. The methodology to perform sentimental analysis is divided into four steps. First, crawler or web crawler, sentiment analysis tool, data mining, it is optional, or and evaluation. The first step is to import data using crawler. The main purpose of crawler is to collect data from Twitter or any social media platform to data source for easiness of classification and analysis. For importing, it has to use Twitter API to gain access to Twitter data. Twitter has many endpoints that have been customized for certain use cases like user stream, public stream, and side stream. For crawler, this will be using public stream. Sentiment analysis tool. This is where the operations on data occur, such as processing data into classifiable form, classifying data. The data here is the same as data that is crawled from social media. It analyzes sentiments and depicts its accuracy and variance. It uses algorithms and techniques to derive the most accurate output for given sentiments with the help of proper classifier. Further, after retrieving the labeled text corpus is to extract features from it and to train the classifier. The entire system depends on how favorable this method of extraction is. Therefore, it uses many different methods in sentimental analysis as follows. Unigrams considers each word individually in sentences as features, set of corresponding categories. In this case, it doesn't complete any relationship between words. Unigrams accept stop words. It is same as unigrams. It doesn't consider stop words, that is a list of words which is frequently appear in almost all sentences that has no meanings, such as emojis. Bigrams consider adjusting two words from sentences as a feature set of corresponding categories. Bigrams accept stop words. It is as same as bigrams feature set except from the words in the stop words list. Most informative unigrams and bigrams gets the feature set with unigrams and bigrams with most information and greatest frequency. Now, frequency refers to number of times the data occurs. After making the data classifiable, we classify the data using classifier to extract the positive and negative notions out of it. The final step is to evaluate the data. The evaluation is finding out the accuracy, the precision, and recall of the data. These are the formula for accuracy, precision, and recall. These three parameters are very important to find out the performance of the classifier. The Bayesian classification is used as a probabilistic learning method. In naive-based classifiers, every feature gets a say in determining which label should be assigned to a given input value. To choose a label for input value, the naive-based classifier begins by calculating the prior probability of each label, which is determined by checking frequency of each label in a training set. The contribution from each feature is then combined with its prior probability to arrive at a likelihood estimate for each label. The label whose likelihood estimate is higher is assigned to the input value. This is a general formula of the naive Bayes classifier. H by X is the probable or final probability of hypothesis H when evidence E occurs. P of X by H is probability that when E occurs it will affect H. P of H is probability of hypothesis H occurs regardless of any evidence, and P of X is prior probability evidence E regardless of any hypothesis or other evidence. The maximum entropy classification. In this method, there are no assumptions made between features. The goal of the method is to maximize entropy in the system by predicting the condition distribution of labels of each class. Overlapping features such as logistic regression is handled by maximum entropy classification. The distribution is then defined as maxent, which doesn't make any assumption on its features. The maxent can be calculated as the formula given below, where C is the class, B is social media like Twitter, and lambda is the weight of the vector. Lexicon based. In this approach, a piece of text is represented as bag of words. Following this representation of message, sentiment values from dictionary are assigned to all positive and negative or phrases within the message. The lexicon-based approach uses pre-prepared sentiment lexicon to score a document by aggregating the sentiment score of all the words in the document. Application of lexicon is one of the two main approaches to sentiment analysis, and it involves calculating sentiment from semantic orientation of words or phrases that occur in text. With this approach, a dictionary of positive and negative words is required, with a positive or negative sentiment value assigned to each of the words. In short, this means the lexicon-based uses a dictionary which has all assigned values to the words, and it calculates the values and gives the output. This is a flowchart of the model. We collect data from social media, we remove unnecessary URL symbols, username, emojis, and hashtags. We apply classifier to classify data and then evaluate the data on accuracy, precision, and recall. The conclusion is we have foreseen every successful and feasible approach for sentiment analysis. The main question is which one is the best. The naive Bayes approach assumes the data is independent of each other, which is quite difficult. Every word is related to each other, but its still resultant has very good accuracy and precision, as it collects positive and negative words. In case of maximum entropy, unlike a naive Bayes, data is not assumed independent and consider a whole which would be good for accuracy, but it requires very large amount of time to train, and also overfitting may occur. Lexicon approach based is completely different than above two. It searches for positive and negative words. Through this we can conclude that the naive Bayes is the best approach for sentiment analysis. The advantage is it can solve the issue of using short words, different jargon words and smileys. It is easy and fast to predict the class of the test dataset. It also performs multi-class prediction. If you have categorical input variables, the neobias perform exceptionally well in comparison to other numerical variables. Disadvantage is it assumes that all predictors or features are independent, which is rarely happening. The algorithm faces zero frequency problem, with where it assigns zero probability to categorical variable whose category in the test set dataset wasn't available in training dataset. Applications. As this algorithm is very fast and efficient, you can use it to make real-time predictions. This algorithm is popular for multi-class predictions. You can find probability of multiple target classes easily by using this algorithm. Collaborative filtering and can be used for data mining. The developed model is to it field. It is a web tool that analyzes sentiment of given input through Twitter or social media. These are the references for this presentation. I conclude the presentation from my side. Thank you everyone for attending this. Have a great day.